Brodie, welcome back. What's it like to be back in town and back in black? Back in black.
Thanks, James. No, it's great to be back. It's obviously always nice to come home to New Zealand first, and then to be picked and named in the All Black squad. I'm excited to be back and looking forward to the challenge again.
When you went away, don't know if you caught up with this, but the Chiefs lost 11 in a row. Thanks for that. But what part are you looking forward to getting back to the Tron as well?
Well, hopefully I'm going to play a few tests this year first, but obviously, got two seasons with the Chiefs coming up after that. So I'm happy to be back and looking forward to playing rugby in New Zealand again.
Brodie, how good for you, kind of your body, feeling refreshed, everything was that Japan stint?
Yeah, it was awesome. Mentally I feel really refreshed. It was kind of like a bit of a breath of fresh air going over there, and different ideas, different voices, playing new challenges, obviously the break between the first and second season was a little bit longer because of COVID, so I hope to kind of reap the rewards of that with my body now, and I feel like it's in a good spot.
I was talking to Wayne Smith this morning. He reckons you're the fittest, the lightest you've ever been. He reckons the side steps improved. He also said playing lock over there is like playing midfield here. So what does that make you now?
I'm not sure. Maybe Fozzie will decide that. But they played a pretty expensive game or brand of footy over there. So there was be a bit of open space, and when we come back after the first season, we had about 7 months back in New Zealand. So it gave a lot of time to have a break and not train too much, and then have a great pre-season leading into the season that's just been. So the body and the fitness and all that's in a good spot, I think.
Brodie, have you sort of, if you notice the changes, there's so many new guys in the team, and some of them would have been at intermediate school when you went away. Do you know those players, and what was it like for you, I guess, the first time you made the team?
Yeah, it was obviously, I was a little bit nervous walking back in here this morning. It kind of, not the first time obviously, but coming back. And I've met the new fellas this morning and said g'day. So I think Ethan, I was having a bit of a chat to him, or Ethan won, the number one prop. He was pretty nervous, but it's awesome to see those guys. I was watching from abroad and on TV. They deserve their spot, and it's an exciting time for them.
Brodie, what's the biggest adjustment in terms of gameplay? Is it tightening things back up?
Yeah, I think so. And I think the physicality of the top league versus Super Rugby and Test Rugby is going to be different. So I guess that'll be the biggest gap to bridge.
And this 50-22 rule that apparently is going to be brought in August, do you know much about that?
I did read it somewhere when I jumped off the plane from Napier this morning, but maybe I have to start practicing my long punt.
When was the last time you kicked in a game?
Never, but there's Bryce Casey from the Rock. He's pretty keen to see a drop kick at some point, so who knows when.
Brodie, a few years back, I don't know if you were playing then, but Jerome Kano went away and did a similar thing to you, had a year or two in Japan, came back and had an absolute career resurgence. Can this be, can you use this, as you say, feeling refreshed, and can you use this to kind of, have a really, good 2 years or so ahead through to the next World Cup, do you think?
Yeah, I hope so. That was obviously the plan before leaving. It was kind of like a 4-year kind of view, I suppose, was to go there and have a little bit of break and change the scenery, and then come back and go hard for a couple. That's definitely the plan, and I'll be doing everything I can to make sure it plays out like that.
That said, Japan Rugby, do you feel like, the stand, it's not kind of the holiday it once was? Do you feel like the standard's getting better and the league over there, etc.?
Yeah, I think so. It's definitely improving, and there's a lot more players going there. And I was pretty adamant in my head that I wasn't just going there for a holiday. I didn't want to be disrespectful for the club or anything like that. So I tried to put my best foot forward and play the best footy I could for them. It's there's a lot more time at home and less travel and stuff like that. So it has been re-energising, and I'm looking forward to it.
Brodie, just on your body, looks good to me, but how is your body at the moment?
Yeah, it's good. I haven't had any niggles or anything when I've been away, and obviously having that break has been good. So, touch wood, it hangs in, and I think I've pretty much done everything I can to keep it together and get stronger and fitter. So yeah, I guess what'll be now.
How often were you in communications with the All Blacks coaches over the last couple of years while you were in Japan?
No, very little to be fair. They didn't hear from them much. Pete the physio would check in every once in a while, but apart from that, yeah, that was kind of it.
Was it nice for you to have that much freedom? Like they weren't checking in every few weeks?
Yeah, I guess so. And there probably wasn't much to report back to them either. So I think they were just concentrating on the footy back here and the players back here, and I was doing my thing.
Were you surprised to get the call up this time around, given you have been in Japan?
Oh, I guess that's out of my. I was hoping for it, and that was the selectors and the coaches' decision, and obviously I'm very grateful for the opportunity.
And how ready are you for that first game for the first test for the All Blacks?
Yeah, I'm ready if I'm picked, and whether I will be or not, that's not my decision. But I'm ready to start getting back into it and playing again.
No doubt Nick Gill has been in touch though. How intense has the program been that he's had you on?
It's been not too bad. Like we spent our 2 weeks in quarantine here in Auckland, so gave me a bit of a program then, and then we eased back into the running from not being able to do too much in the hotel. But it's been good. I've been doing a little bit of training with the Magpies and jumping in the air and training from my home. So it's been enough, I think.
When you look at that new rule change, are there any rule changes you'd like to see in rugby? Is there anything that sort of just annoys you?
Oh, not off the top of my head, no. You got any suggestions though?
Oh, I'm a bit sick of rolling mauls. I mean, I know you're a lock, but how do you feel about a rolling maul?
Oh, it's great to watch when one comes together, so I'm happy for it to stay.
Okay, fine. Speaking of flair, can you explain what's going on at the back of your head there? Is that an attempt at a mullet, or what is that?
Well, I was trying to keep up with Damien, and obviously his is a bit longer and a bit thicker and a bit fuller than me, so I'll just keep trying.
Okay.
The All Blacks locking stocks are getting a little bit older. Is there any concern that they'll be a little bit old once they come around to the World Cup?
Well, age is just a number, they say, so as long as you're performing, then I don't see a problem, no.
Any last questions? Cool.
Maybe
Thanks. Oh, sorry, away you go.
Maybe just your thoughts on, because you weren't in the All Black environment last year, just your thoughts on what you saw from them last year and maybe around the inconsistency, what your thoughts are as to why.
Yeah, I'm not too sure to be fair. I was only watching from TV, and when I watch on TV, I just watch like a spectator. I don't try and analyse it too much. Obviously, there's some different circumstances happening around the world, and it's Test rugby. It's not always going to go one way. So yeah, I guess now I can just try and do my part to make sure that we come out each Saturday with a win.